Apple has given three solid next-generation iPads to choose from in 2022. The iPad Generation 10, the iPad Air Generation 5 and the iPad Pro. Let's be honest, choosing among Apple's best can be confusing. So here is our quick Apple versus Apple comparison to help you decide. To start off, there are a few similarities among the three. If these traits are your priorities, then all three are great options. Of course, the first similarity is that they're all Apple flagship products, giving you bragging rights regardless of which one you pick. Another key similarity is Apple's latest operating system, iOS 16, which is included in all three and some of the older generation models. It is undoubtedly fun and amazing to work with and available to you irrespective of your decision. Another much needed feature that has made its way into all the three iPads is the USB-C charging port. The iPads have finally caught up with the rest of the world and have become convenient, except for the hassle with the Gen 10 iPad that needs a separate adapter to charge the only compatible pencil. For those who want to get into the nitty-gritties of each product and find out which one will benefit you the most, let's look at the differences. Visually speaking, the biggest difference is in the colors. For those interested, there is an array of new dazzling colors added to the Air and Gen 10. Apple has made sure that there is no overlap in the color options, meaning those who closely follow Apple will know exactly which iPad you own just by looking at it. Sadly, there is no variety in the iPad Pro category, just the same old silver and grey. This of course wouldn't matter if color doesn't excite you or if you're planning on adding a colored case on top. Size and weight wise, the Gen 10 and Air both have a 10.9-inch display and are about the same size and weight. If we are getting picky, then the Gen 10 is slightly bigger and heavier, but no one would be able to tell just by looking at it or holding it. The Pro on the other hand is much bigger with a 12.9-inch display screen, inching towards the size of the MacBook Air. This massive screen is fun to work on for editors and graphic designers, or even if you just want to watch movies, but can be a handful if you are troubled by the size or the added weight. The next major difference lies in the processor. The Gen 10 has the A14 Bionic chip, which is pretty low on the upgrade scale, but is a good choice for those who only need it to work on lighter files or apps. The Air on the other hand has upgraded itself to the M1 chip, which revolutionized iPads last year. With this new processor, the iPad Air closed in on being as good as the Pro. So the Pro of course had to very quickly move on to the M2 chip. The irony is that there isn't much difference between the two chips to push a massive crowd towards the newer chip. But for those who require speed and work on heavier files, you might prefer the M2. It is Apple's best chip after all. The cameras are pretty much the same among the three iPads with a few exceptions. The Gen 10 moved its front camera to the center of the longer bezel, giving the impression of looking straight into the camera, a much better look than the awkward side angle. Also, the Pro has two back cameras, a benefit over the Air and Gen 10 that only have one each. Moving to the deal-breaking criteria for most, which is the cost. The iPad Gen 10 comes at the price of Rs 59,900 for its 256GB storage model, while the same GB model for the Air costs Rs 74,900. It is a lot in comparison to the base model, but is still cheaper than the Pro's 256GB version, which costs Rs 1,22,900. In fact, the Pro has a higher storage capacity. It can hold up to 2 TB. But of course that comes with a leap in the expense, costing Rs 2,22,900. All these iPads have cheaper options that you can find on the Apple website if interested. The iPad Generation 10 is a good product, especially for those who don't need it for digitally heavy work. But as iPad's cheapest model of the year, it is beyond affordable for its target audience and not worth an upgrade. The Air on the other hand has come a long way, especially with the newly added M1 chip. It may be the best option because it offers most of what Pro has, but at a much cheaper price. We cannot fully undermine the Pro, which is Apple's premium iPad of 2022. Its gaming speed and editing power is unmatched and you get to do it all on a mammoth screen. Apple's iPads of the year have a lot to offer, but our top recommendation is still the 2021 iPad Generation 9 that gives you a bang for your buck. It provides the most value for its price. So, are you any closer to making your decision?